Hey everybody, welcome. I'm so excited to have you all with us tonight. We are very fortunate to have a group of stylists that have years and years of experience that are going to share their input and their things that they're loving about our brand new system that was just launched with Neora. It's a hair care system called PROLUXE. And I'm going to leave it to the experts to share some tips and nuggets that they have found with using this product. Even though we've only had it for a short amount of time, everyone's had a chance to use the product, try the product. I'm sure the hair that they're wearing tonight is exemplary of the product. So let's just get to it. And before we begin, I'm going to kind of go around, name the people that are on the call with us tonight, and have them just tell us a little bit about their background and how many years that they've been in this profession before we kick it off. So let's start off with that.
My name is Beth Shapiro. I've been a stylist just about 30 years, which I believe. Board certified master colorist, and I do a lot of extensions and things like that. So.
Awesome. All right, and how about Danette?
Hi, I'm Danette. I live in New York, and I have been a stylist for 32 years, and I'm considered a master stylist.
Awesome. And Barb?
I'm Barb Prokop, and I've been a stylist for 36 years, and I own my own salon in New York.
Awesome. And Bunny?
Hi, I'm Bunny Rowell. I live in York, Maine. I have been a stylist now for 30 years, and I own my own salon as well.
So I think we can wrap up the fact that you guys have seen everything, probably had your hands on everything, and used everything that is possible out there with yourself and your clients. So I guess the first question I want to ask, and feel free if someone wants to pipe up, but what is it that you look for first in a product?
Go ahead, Beth.
I definitely look for something that works. I really don't care how I get it to my clients. For me, it's about what works for them. I'm going to get my hands on it. I'm going to try it, make sure that it's just a really, really good product that delivers. And so that's what I look for, something that actually works.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Anybody else want to pipe up?
I want a product that I love myself that I could recommend.
Very important, for sure.
Yeah.
And Bunny, did you have something?
Yeah, I was just going to say that it's important for the stylist to love the product, because if it's something that you do not back, it's going to be a hard thing to sell. It has to work. You can't say it works and then have it come across sincerely. And so it's very important to find something that, you know, not only works for us, but works for our clients.
Definitely. Okay, great. Well, let's move on to the next thing. Why don't you tell me, what is the first thing that you noticed when you used the product for the first time?
I noticed, I don't know, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I noticed right away how light and airy my hair felt. I felt like I wasn't even wearing hair, which is huge. I have a decent amount of hair. It's normally very coarse and very thick. And I usually need a lot of product to just, so it's not looking fuzzy and frizzy. And when I used this and blew it dry, I didn't use any product, and I loved how weightless it felt. I feel like this is going to be huge for so many people who struggle with, my hair sticks to my head, it doesn't have any volume, or it's too poofy, I can't get it to. I feel like this is going to be something that everyone can use.
For me, I just got my products yesterday, and so I was super excited to try it, of course. And when the first thing that I noticed is I do a double process. I color and then I highlight, and sometimes I color in low light depending the time of year. And my hair is pretty coarse, and, it has a natural wave that has the tendency to get pretty frizzy in the summertime here in New England with all the humidity. And when I put the shampoo on, usually I can tell immediately if I'm going to like it or not. My hair just felt so silky washing it. And even though the conditioner is a lighter conditioner than what I'm used to, it did plenty for my hair. It didn't weigh it down. And blow drying it was, I usually have to put a flat iron to it, and my before and after is huge. I didn't have to do any like straight ironing. So I was blown away by how silky my hair felt.
I love that. So far we have weightless, we have silky. Was there anything that stood out different for you, Beth or Barb?
Yeah, definitely for me, the thing that I was like blown away with was typically after I wash my hair, I look in the drain and I see so much more hair. And I could have literally counted how many hairs were in the drain this time. And then combing it out was so much easier, and there wasn't half as much in my brush. Nothing. I mean, that to me was like huge.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah, very, very.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I noticed that my hair was weightless. I have fine hair, but I have a lot of it. And it never has enough shine because I definitely have highlight and color. So as soon as the product came, I was actually at work and I had my husband drive to my work with it. and I used it on the clients that I had because it was really important to me to see how it worked on different types of hair. And I was blown away with, I had coarse hair, I had fine hair, and it felt so amazing on their hair that I couldn't wait to go home and do it on my own hair, the next morning. So for my hair, it was weightless, it was airy. I didn't have to curl it or flat iron it or anything like that. And it just had the most beautiful shine. I couldn't stop touching it. And sometimes when you're touching your hair, it tends to get greasy. It doesn't do that. And I'm shocked.
Awesome. Okay, so who would like to answer this one? How does it compare to keratin? Because we all know there's people that absolutely will go and spend a fortune on getting keratin treatments, and it helps with the healthiness of the hair, the way the hair looks, the shine, everything. I myself have done keratin treatments. So how do you compare it as a stylist? Go ahead.
I will say that I have a client that I use it on, and she has the keratin set up for Wednesday, and I'm waiting to hear because I felt like she could cancel it. So I'll have to let them know. But I do feel like it acts like a keratin treatment without going to flat iron or anything to seal it in. So being done to the hair, which sometimes when you do a keratin, if the flat iron is too high of a temperature, it's going to burn somebody's hair. So that's the main concern with the keratin, because otherwise it's fine. So if this can save a lot of people a lot of money, I mean, I'm all for it. It's 3 hours, 2-3 hours, do keratin sometimes on people, and I would rather have them be able to maintain their hair at home and come to me and have their hair in great condition while I'm cutting it and doing other things to it.
Anybody else want to chime in about keratin?
I don't do personally a lot of keratin treatments. Did I lose you guys?
You're there.
I'm here. Okay. I can't see you. I can't see you guys for some reason.
We can hear you, but your picture's
Okay, there. Yeah. Oh, it keeps shutting off. All right. Here I am. For me, I can't. I don't do a lot of keratin treatments, and so it's hard for me to give feedback on that. The woman that leases a chair from me, she does. Has not used the product yet. Forward, having her try it to give me her feedback on it.
okay.
happening to my computer here.
That's okay. I'm just going to mute you for a second. Maybe you can figure that out and then we'll
Okay.
unmute you. Okay. So, all right. I think we're good. So basically, so that's great. I love what Beth said. I think it's really important that, I mean, what I love about it is the fact that here you have a stylist saying, I'm all for getting you a product that works and also saving you money in the long run, because truth be known, it's probably better off if someone's hair is in great quality when they come to you, because they're going to be feeling so much better about themselves all the time. Something I've always said was, when I leave the salon, I feel magnificent. My hair feels wonderful. I feel like it's the best it ever looks for months until I go back again. And then I never can replicate that. And I'm not a stylist to be able to talk about the product per se like they can, but what I can tell you as a consumer or somebody that goes to and has my hair done afterwards, I loved the fact that when I used the product, I felt like that day that I go to the salon and get my hair done. It felt exactly what these women are saying, with that weightless, that shine, you know, being able to feel like you see every strand of your hair was pretty cool. So let's move on to this question. How is everybody using it? There's a 4-step system here. So let's talk about, how are you using these products? You feel the system, the way that you're using it is giving you the best result.
I used shampoo, conditioner, and then I used the mask on wet hair after it was shampooed, which I think you're going to get more benefit from the mask if you use it on clean hair after you shampoo it. So I think that's the key. And then just towel dried it and use the serum, which I absolutely loved, because most serums are really, really thin. And they're like water, and they typically drip all over your face. This was a little bit thicker, and I liked that. You know, it stays on. It doesn't drip all over. So I think you're not wasting product.
Anybody else? Different usage or?
I like to try things all different ways. So the first day I did it exactly like Barbara said, and I loved it. The second day, and I will say that I probably could have gone a day without washing, which would never happen with me, and I can't get that right in my head yet, so don't take time. But the second day, I did just the shampoo, and I feel like where my hair has a lot of bleach in it, I might have to do the mask a little more often than most people. I really like the feeling of my hair after the mask. So yesterday was my third day, and I just used the shampoo and the mask from probably here down, and I loved it again. And today, for the heck of it, I just wet down my hair in the shower and then got out and blew it dry and restyled. And that is crazy to me because you can see my hair does not look greasy. It holds the curl, and here in Florida, that's really hard, and I'm just shocked. So I think that the key is try it the way that is instructed first, and then kind of play around with it to see what works for you.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I totally agree with Beth. That's how I started using it, because I have only used it once so far, but I used it, you know, as recommended, but I feel like I'll play around with it. I actually kept the mask on longer because I was just sitting around and having a glass of wine. So I kept it on longer, and then I rinsed it off, and then I put the serum on. It'll be interesting for me because I do have thick hair to section it out to put the serum on. My husband's going to start using it actually because his hair's super fine, and he's hoping to get some good results out of it as well. So I'll be having some before and afters of him.
All right, awesome. Danette, did you want to say anything different?
Just about the scalp treatment. So when I got my products, I actually did the mask on dry hair because it was about 11 o'clock at night when I got home from work and I was dying to use it. So I put the mask on dry hair and let it sit for 20 minutes and then went in and shampooed, conditioned into the scalp treatment. I too think that the mask will be better on wet hair. But the serum, the scalp treatment, what I do find that is kind of nice is because it isn't liquidy, like Barbara said, it's a little bit thicker. So and I'm not an everyday hair wash girl. I go probably every 3 days. So I've been just using the serum and pumping it in my hand and rubbing it on my fingertips and then applying it right throughout the scalp. And that's kind of nice because it doesn't get goopy. It doesn't get real wet or, drown your hair out. So I was able to just let my hair air dry while I was getting ready. Some people, they might just need to take the blow dryer and dry the roots real quick. But I like the fact that you can actually apply it with your fingertips if you're, finding that you're not washing your hair every day, but you want to use that scalp treatment every day. Because I have lots of gray, so I'll be using it every day.
And also you can use it twice a day, right? As instructed, it says to use that serum twice a day.
Yeah.
Okay. And can anyone talk to the benefits or what, the whole specifics behind the serum?
I can. It's actually supposed to make the percentage of gray less, so kind of inhibit the gray growth, and also has that regrowth component to it. So I think, like most of the products that Neora puts out, they don't tell us everything that it does, and we kind of discover on our own. And I'm really excited to see in the next couple of months, people's results and what they get. So I think that that for sure, like the treatment is what I'm putting around here. I'm kind of concentrating around my hairline because, we lose it right there as women. On my part, a little bit underneath, but that's really kind of all I'm doing. I might use it on my husband because he has a nice horseshoe, but we'll see if we can do something there. But it's going to be very beneficial for a lot of people.
Neat. Okay, great. So why don't we talk about the value of the product? Why don't give me your thoughts based on other products that you have in your salon that you use with your clients, different high-end products you can compare it to. What do you all think about the price that's been put on these, the 4-system hair care set?
I'll go. I think the price point on these products is pretty spot on for at least where I am. Some of the products that we use in our salon, we have a few lines that are considered very high end and a little pricier. And before they even told us how much this was going to cost, in my head, I did some math and kind of felt what I thought the price was going to be. And this fell pretty much right in line with some of what we can get our hands on as stylists, kind of our cost. So I feel like Neora did a great thing and priced this very competitively for what many people are already paying for products that are, along the same lines of what they'll do for the integrity of your hair and what they will do. So I think the pricing is very reasonable for what we're getting.
Bunny, did you want to say something? I thought.
Yeah, I was just going to say that, I've had people say, oh, that seems expensive. But in comparison to what it's doing and in comparison to a lot of other products out there, I don't feel like it's expensive at all. I think it's very comparable, especially for what it's doing. The people that are looking for those benefits, that have thinning hair or, graying and so forth, they're super excited about it. But again, there are people that are going to be skeptical. And, I feel as a salon owner and a stylist of many years that, if I'm using it and I'm showing before and afters and putting it out there, people will buy it, because it works. I personally can't back anything I don't believe in, which why when we were going to do this call, I was like, well, I haven't received my products yet. I can't tell you how I'm feeling about it, So I think it's absolutely comparable and better because it does more than what some other products do.
For sure.
I think the multiple the multiple things it does, if you were to find products that did similar things, you would pay a lot more money and you would have to be a ton of different products. So it's a very, very good price point, definitely.
Yeah.
Anything you want to add, Barb? Oh, hold on, I got to.
I totally agree with everyone, with what everyone said about the value, what they do, the products do. And just like all of our products, Neora's products, it's just so simple. It's so simple. And the other thing I like too is that like everybody can use them. You know, the kids can use them, your spouse can use them. You don't have 1,000 products in the shower. I mean, it just makes cleaning the shower easier, so you're not like moving 100 things, you know? So I
true.
think the price point is right on as well. I just don't think that you could get this kind of value and the results for any less, really. They work.
Right.
I would just like to say one thing is that most hair care products don't come with a money back guarantee like Neora's do. Sure, I've had people bring, a shampoo back or whatever because they didn't like it, but that is just another reassurance that we give them as Neora brand partners, that they can bring it back or they can send it back if they're not happy with it, and most people, I don't feel like they do that with just buying products in a salon or at a pharmacy or wherever they get their products from. So I think that's
I'm a
great.
firm believer that if you spend that kind of money on your hair and you get it colored and you get it taken care of and you get it highlighted and all that money that comes, because I know what that bill looks like every time I go, you have to back it with some good products because you're really throwing your money down the toilet when you go to the salon and spend all that money having you fabulous people do the hair. That's my opinion. Take it for what it's worth.
I agree.
I think that is crazy to go and spend a couple $100 on your hair and then not back it up with really solid shampoo, conditioner, and these extra treatments that we have that are really exclusive and really dynamic, I think, kind of give it a nice cutting edge to what is already out there. I believe that for me as a consumer purchasing it, it's right in line what I would absolutely pay for a product. I've spent upwards of $80, $90 on shampoo and conditioner. So for me, I feel like it's a win-win here. I'm not getting any younger, so the hair's not going to be reversing on its own.
Plus, as a colorist, it's really frustrating to see someone come back and their ends be faded and, whether it be from the sun, from their water, whatever. And I know that this product, they're saying is a UV protectant and a heat styling protectant and a color sealer. And that is going to be huge, that somebody comes back and they love their hair from appointment to appointment. I mean, what you pay to love your hair every day because what this is going to do for you.
For sure. Okay, so we all know that this is a limited time offer that's available to us. So it's kind of like this fear of loss at this point because we've been given a limited quantity to be able to share with customers and other brand partners to purchase. But how upset are you all that it's going away until the spring of 2020?
Very.
Yeah.
We're freaking out.
Yeah, totally. I seriously, I can't believe how soft my hair feels because it is very coarse and after I had kids, it became very curly and it never ever, I can never just blow dry it and have it look super silky and have the shine that it has without putting serums in it and putting, shine products. I didn't put any products in my hair after. So I'm bummed that it's going until the spring.
Well, you can see I stocked up. This is just some of them.
Yeah.
Daughters with a lot of hair, so I might even order some more because I'm not running out.
That's the other thing too, as far as the price point. I have never, I don't think in probably like 40 years, not used gel or something else in my hair. I mean, I feel like I'm like 20 years old. My hair feels like 20 years old. You know, I mean, like my hair feels like I did when I was 20 years old. It feels so good. I've always have so much stuff in my hair. It's just, so that's another bonus, like as far as a price point. You're not using all this other stuff. So.
Well, I just love the excitement that you all generate, because it makes me excited as just a consumer of the products and a person that goes to salons and gets my hair done. I just love to hear your backing and your excitement behind the product, because I think that's really what counts. I personally look to the stylist to give me their personal opinion and what they love and they like about it. And I think there's a vast majority that feel the same exact way. They're going to trust what their stylist puts in their hands to use on their hair and to say what they should use at home as well. So I thank you all for that. If you could give any recommendation to people, what would you say if they said, gosh, I want to start using this product, but I don't want to run out of it. I want to be able to have it to the spring. Is there a certain amount that you would say, hey, maybe you should get X, Y, or Z of this, Beth?
I think 2 to 3 sets for sure, because it's going to allow you to go longer between shampoos. So if you went 3 days or 4 days, you're probably going to get 2 months out of a set. So safely 2 to 3 months will get you to probably when we're going to launch it.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Especially for those out there that are like me and have to color their hair every 3 weeks because of those lovely little white hairs. And they're saying, that it can take up to 4 months to see that reduction of hair. So absolutely at least 2 or even 3 if you can, because you're going to want that scalp treatment to last you, especially if you're going to be using it, twice a day. You're going to want to stock up if you can and do that.
Awesome. Hey, Beth, real quickly, I noticed that you have the product behind you. I know you pointed to it. Do you mind just kind of bringing it forward and just showing everybody the 4 products real quickly before we close out and show some before and after pictures?
I like that the shampoo is actually 8 ounces, so it's a big bottle. And conditioner is a little smaller because people tend to go through shampoo faster. But also it lathers up, even though it's sulfate free, it lathers up very well. So just keep adding a little more water. So you really don't need more. I think the first time I needed more, then each time after it just takes less and less. And then the mask here is 4 ounces. And I think that's more of like a quarter size once a week or something. And I always comb that through. And then this is 2 ounces for the treatment. And so it does have a little nozzle. You could probably do that, but I like it on my hands and then to put it around with my fingers. So, very pretty packaging. I love it.
It is really pretty. I'm all about a little sparkle. It gives a little sparkle on that package. But so is there anything else before we go and share your personal before and after pictures that you all want to add to this?
Can't look. Nope. Sorry. Go ahead.
Jeanette, anything?
Oh, I just said to go buy it.
Oh, go buy.
I'll go buy. I was just going to say I can't wait till spring 2020, for it to be available to everybody on a full-time basis.
Absolutely.
Well, and a lot of people are going to be skeptical. I mean, it's just the way people usually are. So what I say is the 30-day money-back guarantee is huge, because you can empty the bottle in 30 days and say, yep, it's not for me, so no questions asked.
Right.
And my recommendation is think about the people in your home that also take your bottles of shampoo and use it. My husband is now using it. My daughter, we just used it on the other day. So even though it's 1 set for myself, I can guarantee we're going to fly through that very quickly when you have several people in the home using it. And hopefully my son doesn't get a hold of the bottle because he likes to play with shampoo and things like that in the shower. So won't be a good scene. But let's get to the before and after pictures and show everybody what this can do for your hair. And again, this is not usage of a month, 2 months, 3 months. What you're gonna see here is one use, maybe a couple uses, and there's a few images in here that show 2 to 3 weeks of usage. So keep that in mind when you're looking at these pictures, because it's pretty amazing to see.
Yeah, I could feel the sun shining, I could see the stars aligning, I know that it's perfect timing. I could feel my heart beating, I could feel the love peaking, I know that we're gonna need it. Just keep that smile up on your face, 'cause everything's gonna be okay. Just sing along with it. I know somebody love me, someone be trying to hug me. Road is getting bumpy, but it's gonna be a lovely day. I know you feeling lonely, someone be trying to hold me. You can't be acting grumpy, it's gonna be a lovely day. Love, 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 love me. It's gonna be a lovely day.
I see too many days like this, hope you know that I dream. And you wanna cry cause we both need love, but I know today's gonna be a little different.
Hopefully everybody walks away with a little bit more knowledge about our product, B, the confidence in the fact that we have stylists that back these products, are excited about these products to share them with their clients as well, and get with the person that invited you to take a peek at this video tonight. Tell them either A, you want to know a little bit more about the science, or we have tons of different videos that can tell you that. And if not that, if you're just ready to go ahead and purchase it, they can get you all set up with that. So thanks a lot, everybody. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful night.
Good night.